Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Debbie and this is my crafty den, and I am going to be setting up my traveler's notebook. This is my everyday carry, so I use a traveler's notebook instead of a wallet. So I'm going to be setting up for March in this very dark green leather traveler's notebook from Foxy Fix. Now, the only adornment that I had, I ordered this one because I'd been looking for a green leather for a long time. I think the color of this is matcha. I think I'm pretty sure that that's what it was when I ordered it, and it was a flash sale, I think, and all I got on it was the gold H for my last name. I absolutely love this. So I have a lot. I'm a collector of traveler's notebook covers. I love the leather, and I buy mostly used. And the reason for that is you can get them for a lot less money, and the shipping cost of this to Canada from the United States is quite hefty, which puts my price up. But because it was a flash sale, I got it a little bit cheaper. And oh my gosh, guys, look at the inside of this. Absolutely. When I order my own and I don't buy them used, I love to get them with this secretarial pocket with this little credit card pocket in here as well, both front and back, because I do use this for a wallet. And it's so nice to be able to have the card that I use the most and be able to just open this up and pull it out of the front pocket. I also get it with a pen loop because anytime that I can have a pen with me, I love that. And I have a pen that I love to carry with these, and it fits in these pen loops just perfect. So I'm going to show you what I've got out to do this setup for March. I've gone through various different paper packs, and green and gold are pretty traditional colors for March because of St. Patrick's Day. That's why I'm using the green cover. I just have a few little St. Patrick's Day stickers that I might use to embellish this a little bit, but I got out a lot of gold. So I've got out a gold polka dot, a gold floral, a gold circle pattern. All three of these I really like. Then I've got this kind of, let's go this way. I think that's the way this is supposed to go. I've also got this, just a plaid pattern. I've got this buffalo check, and I've also got this, which I think I'll leave this way, this just white with a stripe. So I'm going to use a combination of these papers. So I haven't set one of these up for a while, guys. I set this up for Christmas. It still has the Christmas tree on the back, and I've carried it right through February. I got to January, and I thought, what the heck? It's red. I'll just leave it right through the winter, December, January, and February. I've been lazy. And yeah, so to set this up, there's a few things that I'm going to take out of here. So I'm going to take the insides out of this to start with. I'm going to put this, let me take cards out of there and set them aside. Let me take, that's my vaccination papers. I'm going to take them out of the back. I have a couple of notebooks in here. I carry my cards, and I usually have a wallet in here. And I haven't been carrying the wallet section simply because this is only a single, and it's not a wide, and there wasn't enough room. So I've been making do with this. It's going to be so nice to go into the wide again. Most of mine are the wide. So, okay, so at Dollarama, I found these. They're insert size, so they're 5 by 8 inches. If I take this and fold it in half this way, just like this, kind of put a crease down the middle of it, I end up with a pocket that is 4 inches by 5 inches, right? And my planner is this big, so this makes a perfect pocket. Now this one is actually a Foxy Fix insert, and it's a little bit smaller than this. So you can create your own by using these, and I think they're a really great idea. Now, if you don't like the big overhang, then that's okay too. But what I do is I sometimes put this in here, and I'll put it through 2 of my elastics, and then put 2 notebooks in here so that I have one cover around two notebooks. That works for me. So, and these are just for decorative purposes anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my paper trimmer out, and I'm going to figure out what papers I want to put in these 2 covers. So I'm going to take this one out. Let's pull that way. Let's just turn this way, and then I can pull this one out. Get my finger behind it, of course. It's a little bit harder. That one fit tight. So I'm just going to throw this in my scrap bin. And I'm going to cut some, ooh, that cracked that. See, my covers are they're getting well used. Well used, guys. And it's time to do some new ones, I think. So this one is new. So what I'm going to do right off the hop on this one is I have a couple of these, and they make a little pocket, just a little pocket. So on the inside of this, I am going to put, because I'll probably use that for my front. So on the inside of this, I'm going to put this pocket. Like that. So I have a little pocket there. And on the back side of this one, I am going to put this side right here. Like this. Then I'm going to push this down really, really well, because I don't want that to come off. So I'm just going to go inside and push that down really well. So I'm doing the whole process, the whole setup process this time. So I have a cover. So this will probably be the first cover in my setup. So I think, because I have this dark green, I think that I'm going to go with this gold, because that's what's going to show in here, and the gold and the green is so pretty. So I'm going to measure. So you would do this you can do this for any traveler's notebook setup. You get your cover that you're going to put your papers in, and you measure this width right here. So I'm going to take my dirty old crafting ruler, and I'm going to measure it. So I'm going to measure this at 5 inches, because this says that this is 5 inches, but it's almost 5.5 inches, but it's got a sealed edge here. And I think what it meant was that it would take a 5-inch paper well and an 8-inch paper well, and it does. It's a cover for a 5 by 8 inch paper. So that's what I'm going to cut myself, 5 by 8 inches. But before I do that, I know I'm jumping all over the place here. Before I do that, I think I'm going to grab this, because I really like this striped paper here. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take my tape, and I'm just going to put right down here just a couple of little bits of tape, and then I'm going to set. Let's do this. I want these to be absolutely perfect. So if I do it on the table, I get the bottom straight, and I can do the side straight like that. I haven't glued all my paper together. Okay, so I want my height to be 5 inches. Like that. And this bottom corner is the one that I taped. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to do 8 inches like that. And then I'm going to put it in there and see how it fits. So let's turn it over this way, and I want the gold on the outside. It's a tight fit, but it does fit there. So I have this. That's a good one. Now I have my wallet, and I got this wallet. This is the wallet that I was using. It has a change pocket, and it has a full pocket here. It's got a half pocket, so it'll take a credit card. Let's just grab a rewards card, and I'll show that to you. So that fits in there like that. And you can still close it with them in there like that. And I also have one on this side here. So it's great for your rewards cards. So this will be the one that I put inside this double, because I will put all the things to do with my wallet on the strings inside of this. So I'll show you. I'll put my wallet. How do I want it to go this time? I think I want it to go this way. So I'm going to take these first 3 strings, and I'll take my wallet, and I'll put my wallet on this one like this. And then on the next one, I'm going to take this one as well, because it has these. And this is another one. This is a Foxy Fix protector as well. So what I did was, because it has a pocket here and it has a pocket here to put your papers in, but instead of putting papers in there, I took these Digi Protect and I stuck them just using my double-sided tape, and I just put a couple rows of double-sided tape on. And this is just a terrible hack job, but I was having trouble getting my cards in and out, guys. So I'll put that on here like this, okay? And this is my meal and grocery list. This is a 1407 planners, but I got this used. I did not order this. So it was in a lot package. Let me go to a new page. I'll put down what my meals are going to be, just my basic meals. And then I go through and I make my shopping list so that I have my shopping list when I go to the grocery store. So I'll put that on the center there. So everything that I need for my shopping is going to be on these 3. And then I'm going to take this one, and then it's going to wrap around all 3 of these. Let's see. There. I don't know why I was having so much trouble with that. And it does. It goes around that pretty good. So that's half of what I've got in here. So I keep my Air Miles card in there because I use it more often than other things. And I love this. So because it's St. Patrick's Day, I'm going to take this and I'm going to pull these papers out a little bit like that, because that's my front. And I am going to add, I'm just going to add a few little stickers off of this page. So I have this. I'd love to go to Ireland. Oh my gosh, I'd love to go to Ireland someday. So I'm going to make this like a book plate on the front. I'm going to take, oh, that didn't come off very well. I'm going to try this one. These were in my car, these stickers, and it got hot. So some of the sticky adhesive on the back got really warm and it kind of stuck. So I'm going to put that there like that. I think that's all I'm going to put on the front of this one. Then I'm going to shove it back in. And now I have this pretty green on the inside. And I can put this is getting a little bit dirty. So this little wallet thing is from an Etsy shop called Nissa Made, N-I-S-S-A Made. And it is something called a cork leather. It wears really, really well. I got this because I thought it would be a neutral color. I wish I had gone with something like a gray, a dark gray or something like that. But she custom made this for me with enough pockets, with enough things inside of it to make it really worthwhile. And I love this little thingy. I love it. I love it. So I'm going to put the things that I carry in here, my roadside assistance, my CAA. I think this one is done. So I'm going to take that card out. And so this is what I do with old cards, guys. This one expired. I'm just going to take that and I'm going to cover over my pertinent information. It's Canadian Tire Roadside Assistance, but it expired last month, but I've renewed it with a CAA. So I'm going to put my CAA in here because that's important, especially when I'm driving around by myself all the time. And I'm going to take my insurance card and my certificate of vehicle registration, and I'm going to tuck them because they're important to me, and I'm going to tuck them in. I'm just doing this like this so that you guys can't see, but I'm taking them and I'm putting them in like this. There, I'm with Allstate, guys. I don't care if you know who I'm with. I just don't want you to see my information. And then I also take, one of the things that I also put in here is I always carry a blank check, just a blank check, because of an emergency. What if, you know, you're out roadside and you have to pay somebody something and they don't have a scanner. So I know most people do these days. Then I'm going to take, to make this a little bit narrower, I think I'm going to take this one out. I'll just leave that extra string there. But I think I'm just going to put it in here like this, right inside my wallet. Like that. So everything's in the same spot. I'm just going to fix this a little bit, guys. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on this interior string here so that these two are close together instead of that full double string apart. See here, there's two strings in one hole and one string in the outside hole. So I've put those on the two strings that are together right there. And then I'm going to take it off this outside one, and then this will wrap just a little bit tighter. And that, like that was a new plastic cover. There. 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 I like that. And it will stop flopping over like that once it's been pressed closed a bit. So now in the back part of this, I'm going to take this Foxy Fix one that is starting to wear out. Gosh, this has got to be 3 years old now, but I'm going to use it. I'm still going to use it, but I'm going to cut separate papers instead of trying to shove them in there like that. So what I'm going to do is measure and then make a cut. So 5 1/4, no, 5 1/8, maybe 5 1/8 by 3 1/4. So 5 1/8 by 3 1/4. So it'll be next to this gold when it's opened up. These are more appropriate. These 2 grains are more appropriate for Christmas. So I think I'm going to set them aside. And rather than cut some more gold, I think I'm going to cut this green because I kind of like how it looks with that. I'm not one to make my traveler's notebook all frilly, but yes, I'll save these. And I think what I'm going to do is take this and put it on the inside and put this on the outside. There, that's fine. So do I want gold? Because this is going to be my back side again, I may do it this way. So, and it doesn't matter. So because of this being 2 pockets, I can have this the outside here and this the outside here. So I'm going to put, whoops, I'm going to put this one on here like this, just like that. Okay, now in that one, I've got one more to do and put on there, which is this one. And in that one, I'll use this little notebook from Bookfell Studios because a long time ago, I bought a bunch of these little notebooks from Bookfell Studios with it was just a mixed batch. And I really love this craft one, and it's got dot grid paper in it. And if I'm thinking of a project and I'm not sure what supplies that I'm going to need for it, I will sometimes just write it in my notebook. And then when I'm at the dollar stores, I'll look and see if I can find things to make the project. So that's what that is. And then in the middle here, I have this. And it's an old family picture that I carry with me everywhere I go. It's a crazy picture, but I carry this all the time. And I'll just take those and put them in my scrap bin. And I'm going to cut papers to fit in here again. So just over 5 inches tall. And then almost 3.5 inches wide. So let's see if that fits. Perfect. Perfect. There. So that's going to go on this elastic there. So that's going to go in that one. And then I'm going to get another little notebook. So I have a notebook here that I have used before for something else, and I've ripped a few pages out of it, but it's still got a lot of pages left. This was from, I've ripped a few pages out of this, guys, and it's stitched. This is what happens when you rip pages and they're stitched. So am I going to have enough? I'm good there. I'm going to keep these because they're just blank pieces of paper and put them in my stash. Oh my goodness, guys. Yeah, that's what happens when something is stitched, sewing machine stitched, and then you rip pages out of it. Because the stitches are pretty close together. So, do I have enough left here to do this for March? I do. So, I'm going to start, and I'm just going to use this little notebook. I don't think, I'm going to go to the back page and check. And I'm going to do that. And it doesn't bleed through. So, these notebooks are, they got a diamond in between two words, and the two words say D-A-L-E-R, Daler, and Rony, W-R-O-N-E-Y. So, and they do not bleed through with Papermate pens. And I've had a few of these that I just used for notebooks. I just like to take some of my Papermate flares. So I'm going to do March 2022. So I'm going to do March 2nd. So this will have any appointments in it, anything like that, anything that I have to remember on any specific days when I go out. But I'm going to do it like a bullet journal. So this is going to start on March the 2nd because I didn't get this done on time. So what I'm going to do is tasks that I need to do while I'm out and about, and I'll write them down in here, cross them off as they're done. And I'll use this, I might only use a couple of pages in this for March, and then I might switch over to April. And I know there's only a few pages left in here, but I'm an advocate of using everything that you have and not wasting anything. And I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it in here, in with this little picture that I really love. Put the elastic over top of it. It's not too chunky. It's very, very functional. Like I said, I love the wide because, let's do it this way. I love it because if you look at this, it doesn't bulge open. It's a handful. I can grab it from either side. It's easy to carry, guys. This is not heavy. It's not bulky. It doesn't have a bunch of what I call crap in it. Okay, so now that I've got everything that I want in here for the guts, everything that's in here is really, really functional. I have a gift certificate that I want to be able to use. I'm going to stick it in the front right there so that I know it's there. I have my vaccination papers in the back. I know they're not going to be compulsory soon, but I'm assuming some places will still ask for them. So I have some scraps, guys, and I'm going to show you what I do with a few of my scraps. So I have some of that. I have some of that. Oh, I have that little bit there. I didn't use a lot of different colored papers, so I wanted to keep this really neutral. Remember, this is a functional, a completely functional setup. Is that a big enough piece to do? There, it is. It is. So I'm just going to cut about that much off of this piece of paper. About that much off of this, maybe about that much off of this piece of paper. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with this. Okay, I'm going to take the top right-hand corner and I'm going to shove it in a rounder, and the bottom left-hand corner and shove it in a rounder. And I'll tell you why I'm going to do that here in a minute. The bottom left-hand corner, because this is a round stitched corner, and it makes it fit just a little bit better. Now, this just gives it a little bit more interest without adding bulk. The same down here. For some interest without adding bulk, I'll take these extra little scraps, round those corners like a little tag, just like a little tag. Shove that one in first because it's the same as that, and shove that one in second, just to add a little bit of interest, and a card will still fit in there. Now that is actually where I tend to keep my, there, I'm going to pull that up just a little bit, because that is actually where I tend to keep my Air Miles card. Just like that. So a little bit of interest there. I don't care if there's any interest in the back because I seldom open it up to the back. Very, very seldom. Very, very seldom. I'm going to take this piece of paper. I am going to put it on here like this. I'm going to grab my paper trimmer again. And I am going to trim off just a hair on this piece of paper. Then I'm going to round that corner like that. Why not use up your scraps, guys? I don't like a whole bunch of, I call it frou-frou, in my planner. There. That's perfect. So that will work like that. So no clips, no paper clips, no ribbons, none of all of that stuff in here. Now I could put fancy covers on the front of all these little books if I wanted to. I don't care. This is function. Function, function, function. Function before pretty. A little bit of pretty doesn't hurt, but I don't want to bulk this all up, guys. I want to be able to carry it like this no matter what I get putting in here. So the pen that I use is this. It is, I have no idea what that used to say. I think it said BP. I'm not sure. My husband got it somewhere and I stole it from him. But I stick it in here like this. This end is a stylus if I need it. Flip this down so that it's in and it doesn't stick on my elastic. And my pen slips out like this. So if I write something down when I'm out and about in my notebook, it goes back in there. It stays in there. And when I put my elastic on, it goes over my pen. So my pen becomes part of my setup. And I love it. Look at how big this is, guys. Like, this is the perfect little pen for this. I love it. I love it. I'm not quite done yet. So quite often what I will do is I will take something like this, which is just some beads on the end of a string. And this one had a few little green ones in here that were kind of this matcha color. So I went and grabbed them. And I will take the center. I might have to use tweezers to do this. I will take this center elastic. Ooh, and without hurting the elastic, I will pull this out and I will shove these two beads through there like that. It's not as hard as it looks. So I'm making it look harder than what it is, I guess. Then pull these back on the inside because you don't want all of your elastics to be overly tight. So you want to loosen them back up. So what I'm going to do is take the end with the two beads on it and pull it so that these are tight and they just dangle down the back. I like my dangles to be on the outside. Then I'll take this string and my notebook, my running notebook, I'll take the inside here and put it in there like a bookmark so that I can find that very easily. And I will put my elastic over top like that. Those colors look lovely with the green, I think. And sometimes I'll even add more on the outside. I don't want the inside bulked up. I don't mind if there's some a little bit of decoration on the outside. I like my dangles. I even have them on the outside of my purse. So this little piece right here has a small lobster claw on it. And I will take this and I will clip it as well to the outside of this string like this. There. So it'll be lots of chunkies on the outside at the back. And see, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. It doesn't get in the way of me doing anything because they just dangle down if I open my notebook and close it from the bottom, which is what I normally do when I'm shopping. There, just like that. Those are pretty, guys. I'm happy with this setup. And I like the little dangle hanging out the bottom as well. It makes the perfect bookmark. So if you like this setup, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below. If you'd like to see a short video, just a flip through video of the papers I chose and the cover I chose, my colors and my dangles, whatever, for each month, let me know that in comments below as well. I can do a very short little video on that. Definitely won't be doing an entire setup each month because that becomes kind of redundant. All I'm doing is taking out the papers and replacing the papers, basically. So with that all being said, if you haven't subscribed yet, go do that now before you leave. I would really love to have you as part of my YouTube family. And I will see everybody in the next video. Until then, take care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.